We feel very privileged and excited to present to you the bottom line. This is Elevation's point of view on the evolution of the fintech industry and also a definitive blueprint for what we believe is a $400 billion value creation opportunity by FY30. We believe that fintechs have truly come of age in the last decade. They've been able to do two things. One, they've been able to create value at scale. Today, the cumulative market cap of all the fintechs in India is about $90 to $100 billion. And more importantly, they've been able to catalyze the modernization of the entire financial services ecosystem. In this report, we also introduce our 4E framework. These we believe are the four vectors along which fintechs will create value and truly drive the modernization of the financial services ecosystem. The four being expansion, experience, enablement, and efficiency.
I remember when we started out, real-time onboarding was a distant dream. Right? The question was not how do I do this instantly. The question was how do I actually minimize the number of steps and minimize the pain involved in being onboarded as a customer for any kind of financial or credit product. I think the big unlock first emerged as a green shoot in around 2016 when the India stack started to first come to life. Yeah. And interestingly enough, we actually built as Capital Float at the time the first full end-to-end instant lending experience on the India stack. It was a mobile-based loan to a Kirana store owner that happened within 90 seconds on their phone and utilized all the key elements of the stack. So eKYC, e-sign, UPI, as well as the early kind of proto version of account aggregator that pulled data on the back end from various sources, right? And this was a huge breakthrough in the industry. I mean, we were giddy with excitement about doing this, right? But then, interesting enough, it took another, I would say, 6 years to fully see that commercially viable at scale, right? But and so effectively for us, the journey then was to go from prototype to looking at use cases, right? In personal lending, in SME lending, in checkout finance. And checkout finance is where things really clicked. Right, where with just a couple of fields and within a couple of seconds, we were able to start onboarding customers at scale while maintaining all the right guardrails around risk, using the India stack effectively, and also be able to use a combination of public and private data sources to underwrite in real time, right? And yeah, I think the proof of the pudding is the fact that that one loan to a Kirana store owner, about 6 or 7 years ago, has now become something we've been able to abstract out to almost 10 million customers over the last few years. And I think it's a good example of how these journeys start sometimes with frustrating small steps, then you have a breakthrough, but then you have to go back to the drawing board and figure out commercial viability. But then once you actually get, I would say, kind of solution problem fit, if you will, scale actually comes through, right? And I think this has been our journey, but I would say that this timeline is probably representative of what most fintechs have faced in India in terms of their journey to be able to actually unlock non-linear scale when it comes to embedded finance or credit.
Please visit bottomline.elevationcapital.com. Here we have compiled all the data, interview notes, and views that have all gone into building this report. We hope the entire ecosystem is able to benefit from this compendium as much as we have.